Hello, friends. Welcome back to Miss Ashley's Preschool right here in Miss Ashley's living room. Today, we are going to read one of Miss Ashley's favorite books, Jack and the Beanstalk, retold by award-winning author Carol Ottolenghi and illustrated by Guy Porfirio. This is one of my favorite fairy tales. A fairy tale is a story that is not real. It's just pretend. So let's find out what happens in this fairy tale. I'm going to go over here. Once upon a time, when giants stomped the land, a widow lived with her son Jack. The widow was too sick to work, and one day they ran out of money. Oh no. Son, Jack's mother said, I'm too weak to take the cow to town. You must go and sell her. Now, Jack was brave and kind-hearted, but he didn't always use his head. So his mother told him to think carefully before selling the cow. Jack promised he would. He was halfway to town when a man stopped him. Jack, said the man, I'll give you 5 magic beans for your cow. Jack thought, how could this stranger know my name? And how could he know that I'm selling the cow? He must have magic powers. Then the beans could be magic too. He traded the cow for the beans and went home, very pleased with the deal. Friends, do you think his mommy is going to be happy that he sold the cow for 5 magic beans? Can you buy food with beans? Nope. His mother was not pleased. You were tricked, you silly boy, she cried. There are no such thing as magic beans. Angrily, she threw the beans out the window. Now we have no cow and no money, she said. What shall we do? The next morning, something tickled Jack's nose and woke him up. Surprised, Jack saw that a huge leaf poked in his window. He pushed it away and peeked outside. A thick beanstalk stretched up, its top hidden by the clouds. They were magic beans. Without waking his mother, Jack started climbing the beanstalk. His arms and legs began to ache, but he forgot about them when he saw the castle. Friends, look at that beanstalk. Jack knocked on the castle door. A giant woman opened it. Who's there? She asked, peering around. I don't see well, so speak up. Jack wasn't sure that he wanted her to see him, but he was very hungry. I'm down here, he said. Do you have any work I can do for food? The giantess picked up Jack by his collar and plopped him on the huge stone floor. Start scrubbing, she ordered. Thud, thud, thud. Arch, said the woman. It's my husband. Hide in the cupboard so he doesn't eat you. Scrub the floor later. The giant came in and took one sniff. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Don't be silly, his wife said. You smell breakfast. Eat while it's hot. After breakfast, the giant opened his bags of gold. He began counting the pieces, but fell asleep after 135,091. Friends, what do you think is going to happen if the giant finds Jack? Let's see. Just a little gold would feed Mother and me for a long time, Jack thought. He snatched a small bag and climbed quickly down the beanstalk. Friends, even though Jack needs the money, should he be stealing from somebody else? Should he be taking somebody else's things without asking? No. Jack's mother was delighted, but when she heard where Jack had gotten the gold, she hugged him tight. Those giants robbed us of all our gold and 2 other treasures. Promise me you won't go back for more gold. It's dangerous. So Jack promised. The next morning, he climbed the beanstalk again. Did Jack tell the truth? He told his mommy he was not going to go back, but he decided to go back anyway. I promised not to go back for gold, the boy thought as he climbed. I didn't say I wouldn't go back for something else. After all, it was ours. Jack banged on the castle door. The giantess squinted her eyes and peered down at him. Are you the thief who was here yesterday? I'm no thief, Jack said. I'm a hard worker, though, and I expect to be paid for it. The giantess picked up Jack by his collar and plopped him in front of the huge tub of dirty dishes. Start washing, she ordered. Thud, thud, thud. Arg, said the giantess. It's my husband. Hide in the cupboard so he doesn't eat you. Do the dishes later. The giant came in, took one sniff and said, what does he say? Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive? Yeah, interrupted his wife. You smell breakfast. Eat it while it's hot. The giant grumbled, but he ate. Then he got a goose from a crate in the corner. He put the goose on the table and roared, lay. The goose honked twice, honk, honk, then waddled back to its crate. On the table was a golden egg. The giant tossed it up and down like a ball, then his eyes began to hurt from looking at the shiny gold, so he shut them. Have you ever seen a goose that can lay golden eggs? I haven't. As soon as the giant fell asleep, Jack grabbed the goose and quickly slid down the beanstalk. His mother was waiting at the bottom of the beanstalk. She was very angry with Jack. I didn't exactly promise not to go up again, Jack explained. You knew you weren't supposed to, said his mother. Now go to your room. So even though the goose originally belonged to Jack and his mommy, he should not have gone up the beanstalk. It was dangerous. Jack knew that he shouldn't, but the next morning, before his mother woke, he climbed to the castle. Instead of banging on the door, he crawled in a kitchen window when the giantess wasn't looking. The giant's wife hid me in the cupboard, Jack thought. I'll hide somewhere else. He climbed into the washtub. Soon he heard what? Thud, thud, thud. The giant came in, took one sniff and said, Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell. You certainly do, interrupted his wife. That little thief probably sneaked in again. He always hides in the cupboard. But Jack wasn't there. The giant ate his breakfast, then he got out a golden harp. Play, he roared. The harp sounded like a sparkling stream pouring over petals. The lady of the harp sang a song with no words. Jack was entranced. The music put the giant to sleep. Jack grabbed the harp, but almost dropped it when it screamed, Master, Master! The giant woke and thudded after Jack. What's going to happen next? Jack half scrambled, half slid down the beanstalk. Mother, he yelled, get the axe! Jack's mother saw the giant close behind Jack. She grabbed the axe and whacked the beanstalk. Jump, Jack, jump, she hollered and whacked again. Jack jumped to the ground. He snatched the axe and whacked the stalk until it snapped in two. Kaboom! The giant and the beanstalk hit the ground together. And that was the end of the giants. Jack, his mother, the goose, and the harp lived very happily together, except for the time Jack went to town to buy a pig. But that's another story. The end. So friends, this was a pretend story about a giant beanstalk. But just like real plants, it started as a seed. Very good. So if you want to grow beans, you can do it too. Miss Ashley here has lima beans. Can you see them? Let's see. I'm going to hold them up. They're rather large. They're lima beans, okay? You can grow a beanstalk, not a magic one that goes to the sky and it's filled with castles with giants, but you can make and grow beans. So here are your lima beans. Then you have a zippy bag, and then you have paper towels. What you will do is you will wet your paper towels, okay? And inside your zippy bag, you will put your beans. Put like a few, let's see, like that. Then you will take your wet paper towel and you will put it inside the zippy bag like this. See? Like this. Hold on. Okay. Put it in your zippy bag so that it's nice and wet and so that all of the beans are wet. Okay? Then you're going to hang your zippy bag on the window. You're going to hang your zippy bag on the window. And eventually, your beans will begin to sprout. You will see little green sprouts coming out of the beans. They will grow and grow. When they get about this big, you can then transfer them to a pot. And you will then begin growing a bean plant, much like Cody in our Monday video. If you go on Seesaw, you can see Cody who grew beans in his backyard. As always, miss you lots and love you bunches.